Let's get funky on these bitches.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Sungod here, and I'm playing some Diana in the jungle against an Italy in around Masters 100 LP. This game is pretty interesting to watch because obviously like the Italy played very aggressively, and you'll see like right in a second she actually smited my red, and you'll see what the Italy does right afterwards. Like she really tries to put a lot of pressure on me, gets the level 2 and tries to go for the other part of my jungle like right away so that I'm not able to hit level 3, and she really wants to contest like my camps as early as possible. This is really what you need to do on Italy. I see like a lot of people like full clearing like in the early game. No, like what you really want to be looking for is full early game domination and not let the enemy jungle like really get any sort of lead. She is level 2 here, but she has the backup of her team. Most of the time, like on the Chinese server, every single person will play around you when you're playing Italy because of your early game power, and they know for a fact that you're very strong and you have like this ability to really take over like the early game. So here like a fight breaks out, and I'm trying to do as much as possible. But then again, we only have like an Aphelios and a Leona. We don't really have any sustain, so it's really hard to punish. I was looking to back here. Obviously, that's kind of impossible because we're against an Italy, so she can just cancel my recall with a spear. Honestly, not sure here if the spear would hit me. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have been scared, but yeah. She just kills me, gets the Tark shield, and there's nothing I could really do with it. So here what I want to do is essentially mitigate the losses, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna go for invades and go for like proactive plays. I really track the enemy jungle the best I can so that I don't actually fall behind too much, because obviously like right now most of my camps are respawning, they're level 2, and I don't want to just like farm my camps. I want to deny camps to Nidalee like she did to me. Obviously like right now I look at mid lane, I see that my Galio is like low HP, so it's really hard for me to gank this lane, especially against a Wei who can just like fear your way. It's a little bit hard to gank, but I'll try nonetheless. I'm level 4, he's level 5. I don't have any red buff, so this gank is just a waste of time. So I'm just gonna go back to farming. So here I look at top lane, and I'm just really waiting for Fiora to use her Q so that she doesn't have any mobility spell to get away from me. Try to burst her out the best I can, but my Pantheon still dies nonetheless. But that's alright, I'm still gonna collect some XP and try to look for a back as fast as possible here and spend my gold. You don't want to sit on too much gold. Like if you have like 1,200, like 1,500, 1,000 like in the early game, it's a massive game changer. I'm waiting for the Wei to get really close so I can really go for the kill here. It's obviously a little bit hard. Wei is more tanky than you think, but I play the combo very perfectly. I have a flash, the red buff finishes it off, and pretty much GG. I don't want to go for Nidalee here, just a waste of time. Like I know she's just gonna get away, so I'm just going to go get my camps and hopefully get my Nashor's Tooth as fast as possible. Just one tip on Diana, like in the early game, if you're building Nashor's Tooth, do not go for attack speed. Prioritize getting AP. Your champion works on AP and not attack speed. It's a waste of gold. So if you have like 350 gold or 400 gold, don't buy a dagger. Just invest on a dark seal so that if you get some kills or assist, you're able to get stronger. So here I want to go for the void grubs, but I really have to look at the map here. Another tip that I can give you when you're taking void grubs is to not overtake them. A lot of people will just do the 3 void grubs, but that's actually not worth it. What's worth it is the first void grub. It's gonna give you a lot of XP, it's nice to get, smite if needed, and then look at your map and run away. Here I see that the Fiora is coming onto me, so I don't need to comment. I already got the first void grub, that's good enough for me. And then I look for an opportunity to do something. I see that the Wei is overextended, So obviously I want to go for the away here, and we just burst them out. Galio follows up, and very easy kill. Thank you very much. And now you can go back and take the Void Gloves by looking at the map, or Drake, depending on what's happening on the map. So I'm sitting on 2,400 gold, and it's risky to stay on the map, especially because I don't want to stay on that much gold. I'm not that strong right now. I have a lot of gold and I want to spend it. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. Now that I have my Gnasher's Tooth, I'm infinitely stronger, and thanks to Gnasher's Tooth I'm able to deal a lot of DPS. Again, another tip that I can give you on Diana is to not always build Gnasher's Tooth as a first item. You really need to think whether you can auto attack people or not. Yes, it's good for your clear, but think about it. If you're against people that can really kite you out, like really hard, let's say like you're against 5 Veins, obviously that's impossible, but let's just say that as an example. You're probably not going to be able to dish out like a lot of auto attacks on the Vayne, and therefore Gnasher's Tooth is not going to be that efficient, right? I look at my team, I see that my Galio is roaming, so I know that the Nidalee is most likely going to go for the red, and therefore we just really want to punish that. She jumps over the wall and we're able to punish her. So she had like a really good early game. She got a kill on me at my Gromp, but that doesn't mean that I'm out of the game just yet. A Nidalee fed is really hard to deal with, but a Nidalee that's under-leveled is really easy to deal with. So this champion is essentially like do or die. If your team really follows your calls and you're able to get like a few kills, get dark seal stacks, it becomes really hard to deal with Nidalee. There's not much you can really do. Again, this play is not the greatest, I'll be honest. I'm on 2.6k gold, and I don't necessarily want to really go for the fight here, but hey, it's Fiora, I'm Diana, I have more DPS, I have Gnasher's Tooth, so I'm like, why not, let's go for it. The reason as to why I really go on the Fiora here is even though I'm on 2.6k gold, I look at her items and she has Tab Eyes, right? She has no magic resist whatsoever, she only really have like wave clear and some AD, so I know I'm gonna deal more damage and the fight isn't even gonna be close. So when you're fed on Diana, there isn't really much to talk about. This champion snowballs extremely hard when you have some Magi stacks. You can just buy a Rabadon's to really amplify the Magi stacks, and from there on out, it's just autopilot snowballing. Like, you deal way too much damage, AoE damage, DPS, everything, and there's nothing they can really do. You see like the way it just gets bursted out completely. You farm really fast, like your auto attacks will deal, well, your empowered auto attacks will deal over 2k damage. This champion is nuts. So then again, like everyone is fighting for their lives, and we just capitalize, get some kills, thank you very much, and we can just take objectives. So Diana is just super good for snowballing, especially because of this one item, which is Magi's. Every mage will make great use of Magi's, but I would say Diana even more so, because all the stats that you get from Magi's is just amazing on this champion. Movement speed is obviously amazing, your melee, extra AP is obviously amazing for 1, your clear, 2, for your damage in duels, and 3, what Magi's really provides you is the ability to just really take over the game for a low amount of gold, right? And that's why I really love this this item on Diana. It's just perfect. But yeah, now we're gonna try to close out the game super fast. Like, we want to go for turrets, we want to go for objectives, slowly but surely just really take over the game, which we already are. Right now there isn't really much to talk about, obviously. Like, I'm just doing my thing, taking inhibs, just completely destroying everything. It is what it is. But yeah, I do play really aggressive when I'm fed. I really know my limits, but you will see like in a second that I went a little bit too far. So this is like one of the moments where, you know, you shouldn't really try to do this, obviously, right? I dodged the Taric stun, but even though I killed the Fiora, it's not really worth it. She's not worth too much gold, and obviously like I'm giving away my shutdown, which you should obviously avoid as much as possible. But whether it's tanks, whether it's like anything, like you will deal extreme amounts of damage with Diana. You don't necessarily need Void Staff unless they have way too much MR. Like, let's say you're against like a Mundo or any tank that has like 200, 300 MR, then yeah, obviously go for Void Staff. But most of the time, you can stick to going like pure AP and just really get away with it super easily. So yeah, right now I'm 15, 2 and 3. 2 people are down. Taric is gonna respawn, and we're just slowly destroying their base. And this is pretty much like the end of the game here. We're just gonna take like the last objective, take the minions, take everything that we possibly can, and end the game from there on out. So if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me out. If you're interested in getting coached by me, link is in the description down below. My coaching Discord, my Discord, whatever you want, just add me and I got you guys. Alright, peace out.